Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back. So I wanted to start this week's video by first saying thank you to you guys, my first 100 subscribers. Now, I know that number doesn't seem like a lot, but honestly to me it does mean a lot. And it means a lot because I'm just grateful that this content that I'm producing is at least helping a couple of you guys out there, providing some sort of value. Just overall, the feedback that I've been getting has been really positive, and I really appreciate that. So although it doesn't seem like much, this is still my first YouTube milestone, and I would like to do a really small giveaway at the end of the video. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to stick around to the end. But first, let's get into it. This week we're going to be talking about 3 simple DIY drone mods that I actually use. Simple mod number 1 is something that I came up with in my first week of flying FPV. And when a lot of you guys are starting out, you're probably going to use receiver antenna covers like these ones. And when you do, you're probably going to quickly realize that they can be annoying as hell. They do a good job at keeping a receiver antenna straight, but they can break relatively easily and sometimes even fall out during a crash. And I've definitely forgotten to bring spares of these before. This is why a common solution to this problem is to mount your receiver antennas using zip ties and heat shrink. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link a clip from my previous video. However, if you don't have a heat shrink gun or just need a replacement on the fly, here's the solution. First, go to your favorite coffee shop and get a bunch of these. Don't worry about taking too many, they're terrible for the environment and the other people shouldn't be using them anyways. Then all you have to do is split them down the middle and voila. You have 2 brand new receiver antenna covers. If the mounting holes are too small or too big on your drone, instead of cutting them straight down the middle, just cut them more to one side and then you'll have a tight fit. Another thing I like to do is use a heat gun, or if you're really careful, a lighter, and very slowly heat up the plastic. This will let you bend the plastic in any direction, and you can actually angle out your antennas a little bit more to achieve that ideal 90-degree angle from each other. If you're really skilled, you could probably even bend your antenna covers into some interesting shapes and customize them. Just whatever you do, make sure to keep the exposed part of your antenna, this part right here, as straight as possible to ensure good reception. Just a warning though, whatever you do, do not try to do this with the original antenna covers. They are made out of completely different plastic and this will not work. I wanted to test it out just to make sure, and the antenna covers just instantly set on fire and started melting into my desk. It was very alarming and I do not recommend. This next one is a classic, and most experienced drone pilots have probably either tried this or at least seen it before. But if you have a bent propeller, instead of just throwing them out, you can actually cut them up, trim them down, and tape them onto the arms of your drone. This way, if you get in a crash and bend another propeller, this makeshift guard will actually protect your wires or your ESCs from getting sliced up in this newly bent prop. This could prevent an early end to your session and the need to rewire your motors. Finally, if you really care about getting good cinematic shots with your FPV drone, the exact angle of your GoPro mount matters. Now, if you buy or make a GoPro mount that screws directly into your frame, the unfortunate thing is you're stuck with one particular angle. And sometimes to get the perfect shot, just a few more or few less degrees of tilt can make a huge difference. Of course, you could buy one of these classic GoPro mounts with the swivel head, but I just feel like when they're just plainly stuck on using the 3M tape, in the case of a crash, these ones have a much higher chance of falling off. There is one more solution to this. You could just buy a pack of these spacers. They come in a variety of heights and can be placed under your mount to change its angle. I also conveniently had some longer screws lying around and did the same thing using simple nuts in place of the spacers. This is a simple adjustment, but it seriously makes a huge difference. So there you have it. Those are my favorite DIY drone mods that I'm currently using. And if there are any other drone hacks that you might be using or you've come up with, please write them in the comment section below. I would love to read them. As for the giveaway, my channel is still pretty small, but I would like to show some appreciation to those of you who take the time to watch my videos. So today I am going to be giving away a couple of these pretty dope looking soldering practice boards made by Mamba. Now, for those of you who've never soldered before, it can be one of the most intimidating parts of the hobby because no one wants to short circuit their drone. And I've had a lot of fun practicing on some of these when I first started out. They come with a whole variety of different sized pads that you can practice tinning, attaching wires to, and even taking solder off, which would let you reuse them over and over again. So if you guys are interested in one of these, I will link a Google form in the description below that you guys can use to enter, and I'll choose a winner in a couple weeks. Anyways, as usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.